So in this next video, we're going to be discussing how can we use distributive property and combining like terms to simplify an expression. So the first thing that we're going to want to go ahead and do is use the distributive property and get rid of our parentheses, because remember, parentheses kind of keep our variables and our constants kind of hostage. So we want to get rid of them by using the distributive property. So here right now I have these parentheses, and outside my parentheses what I have is a negative. So this is just basically means that I'm distributing a -1 here. So I'm going to come and bring down this 6. So again, I'm not distributing a 6 because the term is being separated by addition and subtraction. I'm distributing a -1 here. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute that negative, and -1 times 1/3 is just a -1/3. And a -1 times -a becomes a positive a. So remember, whenever you distribute a negative, basically what's going to happen is that the signs are going to flip. And now I'm going to bring my 2a here. So now we're going to combine like terms. First, we're going to combine our constants here, which are 6 minus 1/3. Well, I'm going to do the fraction work on the side. So we want to make 6 over 1 and 1/3 have the same denominator. So the least common denominator here would be 3. So we're going to multiply this by 3 over 3. And so you get 18 over 3 minus 1 over 3, which is 17 over 3. So for my constants, we have 7 over 3. And then for your a's, we would have a minus 2a, which is -1a, or just -a. So that's it. So that's about it for this expression here. We've simplified it, and we were able to get our answer there. Okay, so now for this next one here, I have distributive property in 2 places. So again, we're going to take care of that first. So here I'm distributing a -3 over 2x, and we're only distributing it to the numbers inside the parentheses. So -3 over 2 times 8. We want to go ahead and do what we know about the fractions first, right? 8 over 2, it simplifies to the number 4, right? And then 4 times -3 is going to become a -12, and we have that x here, so -12x. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to simplify -3 over 2x to -x. So remember, I'm multiplying by negative, so my signs are going to switch. This is going to become a positive, and we're just going to have a positive 3 over 2 here for my coefficient. And x times x, you want to make sure you put that x squared. Whenever you're multiplying by an x, I like to take it like one step at a time. So do coefficient with coefficient, and then do variable with variable. So here there was no variable, so that was easy. But here you want to make sure you're paying attention to that. And then now here, all we're doing is we're distributing a negative, and you remember that all that a negative does is switch everyone's signs around. So this is going to become a -4x, and the 5 is going to become a -5. Now let's go ahead and simplify this further by combining like terms. The only like terms here that I see are my x's. So let's go ahead and put together our x's, and we have -12x minus 4, which becomes -16x. And then bring down everything else. So 3 over 2x squared minus 5. All right, so that's the end of this video, and I hope that you found this helpful with how to simplify a expression completely using distributive property and combining like terms.